Hey guys, Big Red 310s here again to give you another set of reviews. I'm gonna review Ring of Honor's Salvation and Hate Chapter 2 and Chikara's Three-Fisted Tales, a very historic, a very important show that I've never finished reviewing. I saw 2 of the matches and I never saw the rest of the show, and I thought, hey, you know what, with the emergence of the BDK, I want to review the show that started the BDK. Well, the show that started the BDK was Anniversario, from 2007, but this show, actually began the formation, actually started the group called the BDK. And I'm also going to review some old school shows. Yes, I bet you bitches didn't remember that I did that. Yes, back in August, when I reviewed Dreams Time, I told you guys that I had gotten a lot of old school wrestling shows from WCW, ECW, WWF, WCW, NWA, WCCW. Actually, I don't have a show from them. But I got them, and I would review some for you guys. So I'm going to review 1 or 2 here, and then every time I do more reviews, I'll just add a few more on there, because I've seen 5 of them already. But let's get to the main point of the review, ROH's Hate Chapter 2. I thought this show was a great show, actually. I think it's pretty underrated here on YouTube. Lots of great stuff about this show. I will say, though, this show has possibly the worst ROH undercards in years. I mean, good God, this undercard is terrible. Terrible. House of Truth versus the Bravado Bros. I thought it was all right. I gave it 2 3/4 purely because I really like the House of Truth, and I really like seeing them get more prominence. But Erick Stevens, Grizzly, Redwood sucked. Rasche, Brown, Necro, Butcher. I gave it an NA, but I still thought it was terrible and pointless and no reason to be on the show. Cabana, Roderick, Strong was really, really a nothing match until the last 2 minutes, and then it got okay at best. So yeah, this undercard was not a good undercard. That's what hurts the overall rating of the show. If you look at the last 4 matches, the rating of the show should be like an 8.25, 8.5. The American Wolves vs. Generation Me, I thought was the match of the night. Love seeing the Young Bucks back in the independent scene. Really, really miss them every time I do see them. I will admit, back in late 2009, I was kind of getting tired of the Young Bucks. I kind of thought that, they always kind of have the same match, and it kind of started to bother me. But really, after viewing them more and more, after not viewing them for several months, I really do miss them. So I take back all of my complaints against the Young Bucks. Really, really fun workers. Really enjoyed this match. Easily the match of the night. Well, I wouldn't say easily. Tyler Black, Delirious, and Lynn versus Aries, King, and Titus. A very fun 6-man tag. I didn't think it was as good as the Roderick Strong House of Truth versus Australia's All Night Express match at Bluegrass Brawl, but I still thought this was fun. Great storyline development here with Aries, Daisy Hayes, and Delirious. Even though that feud, I'm not gonna say it's a bad feud because it's not. It's kind of like it's not to the extreme of Undertaker Kane. Undertaker Kane, I think, is a great feud, great storyline, but the matches all suck. But I wouldn't say these matches suck between Aries and Delirious. I just say they've always kind of underdelivered. Their match at Death Before Dishonor at a second glance wasn't really I wouldn't call it a good match. I would just call it an okay match. Their match on HCN, the Lumberjack match, I personally didn't like at all. I thought, oh my God, I didn't like that match at all. I haven't finished their cage match. I heard their cage match is really good. I've only seen half of it. I fell asleep. But I'll rewatch the whole match on a later date. But anyways, that is a good feud. So more storyline progression there. Coincidentally I, the easily, let me say, between the Coincidentally I, BDK argument, it's no secret that I'm marked for the BDK. I love the BDK angle. It's built to such detail. And I'm also a huge fan of television. I know for some reason a lot of wrestling fans are a big fan of movies, not big fans of television. I'm a huge fan of television. Big fan of storyline arc, episodic value. For me, Chikara is like just one big television season where each show is just another long episode, and then at the end we get our season finale, which is what they call them. And then instead of waiting 6 or 7 months to see the next episode in the new season, or sometimes 4 months, it depends, I only have to wait 2 months, because in January they start running shows again for a new season. And to me, it's just awesome. The BDK angle is built to such great detail. But Kevin Steen and Generico, I would say this. I would say the BDK is the best storyline of the year, the best angle of the year, but I would say Kevin Steen versus Generico is the best feud of the year. You kind of get my drift. Feud, actually hate, more passion. If any of you have seen the hype, go watch that hype video right now for the final battle match. That's the best hype video I've seen in years, possibly ever, come to think of it. But this match kind of disappointed me. It's not just the DQ ending, which I can kind of understand why they did it, though I didn't really like it. But also, I thought the match wasn't that long. Could have been given more time. It just didn't have a proper flow to it, I would say. I was originally going to give this 3 1/4. Then I softened up and gave it 3 1/2 as a whole match. And then I bumped up to 3 3/4 with Generico splash and Steen at the end, which I really liked. And the fact that, this is Chapter 2, and once it hit me that we're not going to see Chapter 3 until December, it didn't make me focus more on the magnificence of this match. And while this is an audio video and I can't show you, if you look at the DVD-R, you see Kevin Steen's picture-perfect moonsault. So yeah, 3 3/4, although I was still disappointed with the matchup. I can't complain too much. It's still 3 3/4 stars. It's still a very good match, but you know what I'm saying. Briscoe Brothers and Amazing Kong versus Kings Wrestling and Del Rey. I thought this match was great, actually. I really, really, really liked this match. I think this match is really underrated. I almost thought it was the match of the night, but I ended up giving it to Wolves. I thought Kong just looked like $1 million in this match. Way better than anything Ring of Honor has done with her in a singles match or anything that Chikara did in that tag match. This is the best she's looked all year, in my opinion, including anything in TNA. So that's why I was really happy with this match. Really impressed by all the workers in this match. Ending, roll up, well, we'll get to that later. So yeah, great match though. I'd give the whole show an 8. Definitely pick up Hate Chapter 2. Definitely worth the money. Salvation, this show is awesome. I would say this is the 4th best Ring of Honor show of the year, behind Bitter Friends Stiff Enemies 2, Supercard of Honor 5, and obviously the almighty Death Before Dishonor 8. The opening match, I actually liked this match, Rasche, Brown, and Redwood versus Stevens and Butcher. I didn't think it was amazing or even great or even good. I just thought it was alright, but it was still the best match in the Embassy feud. The second best match in the Embassy feud this whole year, besides the match that I think is the best match in the Embassy feud. Eddie Kingston and Necro Butcher versus Joey Ryan and... was it Erick Stevens? It might have been. That match I thought was good. But yeah, this match is pretty good, decent, if that's a word. So yeah. Sara, Amazing Kong, did not like this match at all. Too short in my opinion, and the ending, if you shouldn't do back-to-back roll-up endings, especially when they're the first 2 matches of the night. That just bothered me. And I hated how I understand that these women are in Shimmer, and if you want to see a true great match of them, you can see them in Shimmer. That doesn't mean Ring of Honor can just completely give them 7 minutes, 6 minutes. I mean, I want to see them fight in Ring of Honor. I don't watch Shimmer. Many people don't watch Shimmer. So, okay, that's not a good excuse, but still, I just expected more from this match. Second time I'm disappointed between an Amazing Kong match and Ring of Honor. Singles match. The next Tag Wars match I really liked. House of Briscoe thought was really good, as was the Roderick Strong Austin Aries match. Sorry, I'm kind of low on time. I have a lot to cover. Also a really good match. Both were a lot of fun. High energy, fast-paced towards the end. Really liked it. All Night Express Lynn and Delirious I actually thought was a really fun match. More storyline progression here. But, it was still really fun. I won't ruin what Aries did if you don't already know. Wolves versus Cabana Generico I thought was so close to being great. So close to being great. Didn't quite hit that level for me, though. I still thought it was really, really fun. Davey Richards kind of hit his comedy side a little in the first few minutes of this match, which was different. Really surprised by the ending, but really enjoyed it. Kings of Wrestling versus Generation Me. Now, when the Bucks debuted back in 2008, the Kings of Wrestling were already... 2007, my bad. The Kings of Wrestling were out... Actually, it might have been earlier. On PWG, I think the Kings of Wrestling were already out by this point in all major promotions. And by the time the Kings of Wrestling reformed, I really wanted to see Kings of Wrestling Young Bucks. More than any other match, I wanted to see that match first. And then the Young Bucks went to TNA, and I thought, God damn it, it's just bad timing. We're never going to see a match between these 2 teams. Thankfully, ROH put this together. And this match was great, but I didn't really think it was incredible like I thought it would be because I expect a lot out of these 2 teams. Maybe that's my fault. But I really thought this match would be like the Kings of Wrestling's, on the same level of Kings of Wrestling's Motor City Machine Guns, which, in my opinion, is actually their best match this year. I know I'm different from the norm there. But yeah, so I thought this would be better. It was still great, though. I'm not going to complain. It was a great match. So I'll take what I can get. Tyler Black versus Kevin Steen. This match is incredible. I originally gave it 4 1/4. I bumped it up for the great build that this show had and the ending, the payoff. Tyler becoming a heel now. A lot of Tyler becoming a heel has to do with this match. We just never got to see the end of the Kevin Steen Tyler feud because Tyler went to the WWE. This was still amazing. A lot of great spots. A lot of good stuff from Kevin Steen. I wouldn't say it was sloppy, but it wasn't exactly crisp either in certain parts of the match. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. This match is a must-see match. I would easily say Tyler Black's second best title reign besides his match with Davey. Just an amazing match. I don't want to spoil too much of it. Just go watch it. Salvation, I give an 8.5. Easy recommendation. Great show. Definitely pick up Salvation. Chikara Source, Three Fisted Tales. Another really great show. Not many people really care about most of these matches. The ratings are posted in the description box if you care. Helios match I thought was fun. Order of the Solar Temple and the Fizz match. Both tag team matches I thought were fun. The Atlantica match was fun. Eddie Kingston vs. Coincidentally I is this great, awesome match. That is one of Chikara's best matches of the year. I wouldn't say it's their match of the year. I would still give that to, and yes, I'm also different from the norm here. Fist versus the Colony and Anniversary with Yang. Yes, I like that more than the King of Trios Night 2 match. And the King of Trios Night 2 match as well. So yeah, this match I think is third place, Claudio and Eddie. Just a great match. A lot of, you can tell it's a lot of, for those of you who understand Masato Yoshino and a lot of his matches recently in Dragon Gate, not Dragon Gate USA, he kind of plays the, you can't put me down type of story. Where you just keep it coming. I won't die, all this and that. And, Claudio, Eddie Kingston played that role in this match. And it worked really, really well. Respect match. And the only reason I didn't like it was, I'm not going to ruin the ending, but they didn't really follow the stipulation at all. I mean, it was kind of part of the storyline that the loser he absolutely did not want to respect the winner, so he didn't. And it's built a storyline. It's a big reason for the BDK. A big reason. Part of the BDK that continues today, and yeah, so I'm not gonna. So in that sense, I'm not so upset. But still, like at the time, I was promised a respect match, and I did not get the respect afterwards. But even with that, it was still a great, awesome match. Main event I thought was really good, although I still think their hiding in plain sight match was a little better, just because maybe then that's when the Colony won the titles, so that was a bigger deal. But yeah, I'd still give the show an 8.25 for its historical importance. The BDK forms at the end of the show, and it's really well done. You really have to see that angle right now. So yeah, I'd give this show 8.25. Not just for that. There's a great match, and quite a few really good matches on this show. So yeah, buy Three Fisted Tales right now. All right. Next, we got an old school wrestling show. I don't want to do Great American Bash 1989 yet because I don't want to give that shit time. I'm going to do Super Brawl 1997. Okay, I thought this show was really, really good. I wouldn't call it great. Then again, grading in 1997 compared to grading now is completely different. And I should kind of understand. This show is kind of graded on a curve a little. I mean, there's a lot of really good matches on this show. Six versus D. Malenko, I thought was. Remember, I saw the show like 2 months ago, so maybe my memories are a little blank. Let me see. The match of the night was definitely the 6-man match. I thought that match was so much fun. I almost gave this 4 stars actually, and it was only 8 minutes. It was just so much fun in those 8 minutes. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. All 6 of these men are just really good workers from what I saw. It was such a fun match to watch. I almost gave this 4 stars. I thought it was that good in 97. Prince Ikea versus Rey Mysterio was fun. 6 Malenko and Eddie Chris Jericho were both really fun cruiserweight matches. The Kevin Sullivan Chris Benoit San Francisco Death match I thought was really good. Expected a little more from it, but still thoroughly liked it. Then the Giant and Lex Luger versus Outsiders match surprised the fuck out of me. I did not expect this match to be this good, and it was. It was really good. Everything else on the show is pretty forgettable. Main event was all right. I remember Savage turning heel. That's about it though. I give the show 7.75. I don't want to get too much into detail because I don't remember the show that well. But yeah, I remember it that well, but I don't remember the forgettable matches that well. Beach Blast 1993, let's do that too as well. Johnny B. Bad vs. Max Payne was a terrible opener. Moving on. The Dustin Rhodes, Rick Rude 30-minute Iron Man match, I thought was good, but for a 30-minute Iron Man match, and it's only 3 1/4, I just thought this could have been better. I don't know what it was. It started out really good. It was just like the middle. I don't know what it is about Iron Man matches. Usually like the last 30 minutes, besides the last 10 minutes, which are really good, like the last 30 and 20 minutes of the match usually suck. I don't know what it is. In this case, I would say the last 15 to 10 minutes were just bad. I don't know what it is, really. Like in the John Cena Randy Orton Iron Man match, the last 20 minutes of that, from like 30 to 50 minutes in, that match was shit. God, that match was terrible. But the first 30 minutes were really good, and the last 10 minutes were really good. A lot of Iron Man matches are like that. I don't know what it is. But to me, it's just a pacing thing, I guess. I still thought it was good. I still thought the rest of the match made up for it. Ric Flair Barry Windham, I thought was another good match. This is where Ric Flair won the NWA title. Sting and Davey Boy versus Van Vader and Sid Vicious was a really fun main event. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Kind of felt like a house show main event. Maybe I should have been a little more familiar with the storylines, but, whatever. And the Hollywood Blondes 4 Horsemen I thought was also really, really good. When you have Steve Austin, Brian Pillman, Arn Anderson, and no one else in the same match, you're going to get something really good. So yeah, really, really good match there. I'd give the show an 8. 2 matches are really good, and 1 match is also good, and another match is also good. So, on 1993, that's a great show. So yeah, 8 out of 10. I'm Big Earthy 10. Pick up Salvation, Hate, Ch.2, Three Fisted Tales, and check out those 2 old school shows. I'm out. See ya.